if you could convince your body to like do things like that, like like if you had like a button right here on your wrist, and you could be like, man, let's lower that cholesterol. You're being silly. If you
I
could just
used to
dial that
have
stuff
this.
in,
I like. How much would you pay to have someone lose a pound for you? Now you are good at losing weight, so that's not a problem. But there are people who aren't good at losing weight. Do you think like Elon Musk right now would
oh,
pay
he,
$100,000 a pound?
yeah,
He
yeah,
needs to lose 40 pounds.
he pay 1 million a pound.
Maybe he would. Yeah.
You take 40 million off. 40 million would be no big deal to him, cash money, and a huge deal to him physically because he has that weird body that looks like a tinier human being is piloting him from the inside.
Yeah, he
Uh,
doesn't.
Yeah, it looks like he has
Everyone
a
stores
smaller
their
man in
fat
his rib
differently.
cage.
I don't think I've seen a male who
it's the
stores
worst
fat
I've
as
ever seen.
badly as him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
worst. He looks like a.
Worst I've ever
You
seen.
know how like different kinds of animators
Can you
have their
find
own
a picture, Zach?
styles. Like it looks like somebody's weird style of animation where like they're all upper body and then like stick legs. Like
And
like
Well, I've never
I
seen
think he
someone
had
whose rib
some.
cage is wider than their shoulders.
yeah, he's like a joke of a
I'm close to
torso.
Yeah.
that.
No,
His-
you are not.
He's
No.
completely
I
out of
have a
proportion,
weirdly
though.
large rib cage, and it makes me look fat. It's not fair. Like sometimes my t-shirts hang on my rib cage,
No.
and then they're just loose underneath it. It's like, no, it should tighten. It should. But look how. Oh my gosh, that's
You
so
look
bad.
nothing like that.
He. That's not
not
even
that
the worst
bad.
picture.
He's
That's not that
hairless.
bad.
He's totally hairless.
I'm gonna say this. This is all right. So like look at the perimeter here. I think he's got a good outline. He just needs to lose some fat because like his shoulders
Yeah.
and arms and like his upper chest and all that looks great. He's just like 30 pounds overweight.
I think he lacks chest muscle.
It's hard to tell because there's so much fat.
And he's so
might be
like
right, yeah.
washed out right now because
It's
he's
weird that
pale
he-
as everything.
It looks like he's got traps and like arms and stuff. It's
I'm
kinda
almost
weird.
seeing. Am I seeing a hint of abs in that massive belly?
You can like see where they are because of like the muscle.
Zach, enhance.
Enhance, Zach. Do the thing. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Jesus. Yeah,
Man,
the
his-
magnifying thing. Enhance
His
again.
nipples are hard.
He has pretty good nipples, I think. Now, all nipples look good when they're hard, but
Again.
he doesn't have like giant dish plates or anything.
Again. I want to go into that nipple. Like this is magic fucking school bus, and we're going in Elon's nipple to find out what's wrong with him.
Honestly, that photo, that was way
you
better than the
another
other
Elon
photo
Musk
of him
photo?
shirtless. I think Kyle showed us the one where he looks ridiculously proportioned. That one,
He's looking to the
he
left.
looks
He's got
normally
Gideon on a boat.
proportioned. He just looks overweight.
Yeah.
Like, but you're right. In that one, he looks like if he lost some weight, he would, quickly start looking much, much better.
I'm
Yeah,
on a subreddit called Progress Pics, and it's guys and girls, and they show their progress. Some guys have added muscle. A lot of people have lost fat. Oh yeah, he's just that's a lot of body.
Yeah,
I
the
bet
right
he's
one's the
heavy.
good one.
Like
He
he
looks
just
dense.
there's so much man there. Like
It's
that
powerful.
Yeah.
from that like above his bathing suit to below his neck is. There are people who don't have that much volume.
Look how much
It's like
light-
Danny DeVito's chest.
He's almost
You know how he
angelic.
looks?
He's almost angelic the way light bounces off of him. You see that? Like he almost gives off an aura of majesty.
Got a
Yeah.
little calf definition considering
Oh,
his toes
those
not
calves?
pointed.
Please.
They're doing work.
Those calves, don't get me started on those calves.
But I was starting to say in the Progress Pics subreddit, I see these before and afters. And sometimes I see women who weigh a lot and look decent. It's like your before picture at 172 looked pretty good. Like where did you put all that fat? You're only 5'7". You weighed 172 and you looked okay.
Yeah.
And then of course the after they weigh like 132 and they look amazing at that weight.
And Woody's in the comments like, boo! Boo! Bring back the thickness.
Yeah. And women, body fat distribution, like some of them are just gifted that they can carry some fat and look good, and some of them are not.
Yeah, everybody's like that. I mean, Elon Musk, if I were him, like, just, well, no, because if you were a billionaire and you were just paying for like lipo all the time to lose weight, like you wouldn't. Or
I
what
don't
would
think
you do?
lipo's the move. Lipo's
No.
bad. So Jackie had cosmetic surgery like 10 days ago, something like that, on her face. And one of the things they did was fat grafting. So what they did is they took like a quarter pound from each hip. And then with that, they had like an oversupply for where they wanted to put it on your face. I've learned about aging recently. So you would think fat on your face looks bad, right? If you're like me, fat equals bad. There's no question to it. It's as simple as that. Turns out it's not that simple. Maybe you can imagine an older woman with like sunken in cheeks. They're just not, that just doesn't have fat anymore. And it looks old. What looks youthful and young is like a sort of pudgier, like
a supple
face that
look.
Still has fat.
Like that sexy bunny from the cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know that
Bambi.
bunny store.
Yeah.
The fat
No,
that's
the deal.
the fat that's right under your eyes droops down a little bit, like it goes. So they like cut out that fat pad and made a new one a little higher up.
Gross.
Sure.
Did they video any of this? Is this something that you ever want to watch? Because that'd be cool.
No.
Oh, that'd be the weirdest like Halloween setup ever. It's just like a close up of like the facial surgery. Like the outside next to the bowl of candy.
Yeah.
and then Jackie comes at him.
Part of what she had done was fat put in like the good places in your face that makes you look more youthful. Anyway, because of that, we have this limited minor little experience with lipo in her hips. Oh yeah, so you can see how she needed fat like on either side of her nose, under her eyes, and it made her more youthful. Now this woman's not a dime piece afterwards, but whatever.
Oh god damn!
But
yeah, this poor lady catching strays. Not like this ugly bitch.
I was gonna go the opposite direction real quick just to be cool.
I was gonna be like, she looks a lot better.
What a handsome older lady there.
What a dashing woman.
You see those beautiful eyes?
Funnier.
Very pretty.
Emerald green.
I think they were blue.
Not exactly like a dime piece before or after, am I right? Jesus, spend some money on a.
Anyway, one of the hardest parts of the recovery for her has been the tiny amount of like the quarter pound lipo they took from like each side.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can imagine, like front love handle is kind of where they took it from, and it sucks apparently. Like she complains more about that than anything else.
Have you ever seen an operation when they're doing it?
Oh, they seem like they're way too aggressive.
It looks like they're trying to clean grout out of the pile. They're like, this is all gotta go.
It's like
new stuff in here, Bob. It's all rotten out.
Have you guys ever had what is the Vietnamese drink called? Bubble tea? Yeah, it's like they use one of those bubble tea straws and just suck the fat out aggressively from under.
It's got like a laser on the end or something, though. It's got some sort of a heating element or a laser or like a photon blaster, or maybe it's got a phaser. There's something
photon
in there.
Blaster, probably. Yeah.
There might be like I think they have a singularity at the end. It's just like the Romulan space empire.
See, it's a micro black hole.
They have these small black holes they use to power their spaceships. It's not like the warp technology the Federation uses. See, they've got this whole antimatter thing.
Have you seen what happens when I've seen those videos of it happening as they're doing the aggressive, tapioca straw push? Mm-hmm. You can see the tip of it as they go through, you can see it poking out the guy's belly. Like they're going so fast that you would think they'd be like, oh, we're approaching the other side of the torso. Let's slow down and bring it back. No, they're just wham, wham. You can see the guy's stomach deforming with the point internally.
That's how you know these guys don't get paid by the hour.
Yeah, those guys are fucking quick.
They're in
and everyone's like, I didn't realize it would hurt so much this surgery. And they're like, oh, well, we did our best.
I saw a TV show devoted to a guy who had lipo, and this guy wasn't really fat. He was just had a little extra, and he wanted to be thinner. He couldn't lose that last 15, 20 pounds. So he got lipo on his stomach. And his takeaway was he's like, do not do this. Do not get lipo. It is so much easier to lose 15 pounds than to recover from lipo.
I buy that.
That makes sense. Yeah. It's real easy to lose that weight. You just got to get all that shit out of your house, and you got to stop buying it. And whatever's allowing you to buy it has to go too. And if that means a woman, then she's got to fucking go. And if that means an app on your phone, then it's got to go. And if it means your diabetic fucking grandma, that it might be time to move out, Holmes. But one way or the other, you got to change your environment. You got to change what's around you before you change what's in you. Because if there's Oreos there, I'm gonna fucking eat them.
I had luck with food substitutes.
gonna eat them.
I just figure out. Look, all the things I substitute with are not as good. I used to have real cream in my coffee. Now I have like almond cream or something.
Dream. Yeah.
20% of the calories, 80% is good. It's a good deal. I'll take it. And I have stevia in my coffee instead of sugar. Not as good as sugar, but it's 0 calories and it's a good trade. And this concept of like, oh, it's a good trade. This is a sacrifice that I can live with long term has been what's worked for me.
Yeah, it's getting those. It's the same concept of like, you know, building a little bit of wealth, right? Getting rid of those monthly payments is kind of helpful, right? And if you've got a daily intake of 50 calories, boom, every day, right in the morning, that little teaspoon of sugar, 50, 50, 50, 50. And you can just imagine that montage in your head, right? It doesn't take long. It's 700 days until every 2 years, you're getting a pound fatter just because of that teaspoon that you're putting in there. And that's going to add up over a few years at a high school, right? And you do that with all day, every day with little replacements. I like these. I don't know why everybody in the health industry, well, some people shit on soda. And the whole thing about kidney stones, that's genetic. That's genetic. I've never had a kidney stone in my life. And I drink nothing but soda. I drink nothing but soda. And my blood work is like immaculate. Like all of my health numbers will be just dialed in perfectly.
All diet,
banging 30 sodas a day, just all day.